I was really into American punk bands like Dead Kennedys, and they always came with like free sort of zines and really lo-fi cut and paste style images. And then so there's a weird mix of being into that stuff, and then I remember when I was about 17 seeing William de Kooning in like abstract paintings, and I really loved that as well. And then somehow in my head, loving those two things, I realised that I wanted to be an illustrator. You know, I think everyone sort of talks about that thing of having a style or having a clear way of doing things. And I think the hard truth I've had to admit myself is that whilst I probably have a visual language that's recognisable, I'm always really uncertain about it. So every time I sit down and have a brief, I do have a good fear. It's got easier because I know how to cope with that, but it's not like I've sort of gone into automatic mode and can just do it. So I studied at Brighton University, and that's where I met all the other members of Peepshow. At first we didn't have a studio or anything, we just worked from home, and then we'd meet up in the pub and just talk about work, and slowly did little projects together like gallery shows and things like that. So the way it all works as a balance is, you know, we all work individually as illustrators, and then Peepshow allows us to maybe step outside our normal way of working. So everyone might contribute to an idea of a narrative for an animation, or you might get a chance to make something if you don't normally make stuff. So the Peepshow sort of thing allows everyone just to put on a different hat for a day. I've been teaching about 7 years, and at the moment I teach one day at Camberwell, and the reason I really enjoy it is because I think I have an ideal way that illustration should be in the world, and it isn't always matched by the reality. And I think it's really healthy having that balance of, you know, working commercially and doing commissions and seeing how it actually does work in the real world. But then with teaching, you know, you get to talk about narrative structure and just other elements that I think are really interesting. And so, yeah, I find it a really healthy balance. And the students are really great and keep me on my toes, which is always good. Stops you being lazy.